Welcome. Today is Saturday. It is January 21st, and we are here for our morning yoga class. Hopefully, you have a nice, quiet space, comfy mat, and we'll spend the next hour together just letting go and resetting ourselves for the day ahead. Think of your practice like a journey and try to find something new about it each time you practice. First thing we're going to do is relax a little bit and focus in on our breath. So let's go ahead and lie down on our mats. Let your arms rest at your sides, palms open to the sky. Begin to breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose, feeling that same area of the body contract and empty. Let's bring some awareness to our face, relaxing our eyes. Relaxing our jaw. Guiding breath and awareness into our neck and our shoulders. Breathing all the way down the arms, out through the fingertips. And then let's guide our breath into our legs, and let's start at our hips. Breathe all the way down to the tips of our toes. And then we'll guide our breath into our spine, and let's breathe from the top of our head out through the tailbone, allowing our breath to weave itself in between each segment of our spine. Let's inhale and float the arms towards the sky. Exhale so they float back behind us. Now let's stretch out through all of our fingers and push out through the heels, stretching your body long and straight. Try to reach a little farther with left arm, left leg. And then right arm and right leg. And then we'll let everything go soft. Inhale the arms back up. And exhale, allow those arms to float down to your sides. Now let's turn our eyes to look over our right shoulder. Bring the head back up and we'll turn to look over the left. And then come back to that neutral place. And let's try pressing our chin towards our chest. And then letting the head and neck come back to neutral. Let's draw the left knee in towards our chest, give it a big close hug. And while we've got it there, we'll flex and point our foot. Circle the ankle around and around. And then let's release and go the other way. And then just allow your foot to rest. Switching the legs, bring the right knee in nice and close. Again, we'll flex point. We'll circle our ankle round and round. And then let's reverse. And allow your foot to rest. Now let's bring both knees in at the same time. Giving ourselves a nice tight hug. Adding in a few rocks side to side. Come back to neutral and then circle the knees round and round, massaging lower back. And then let's reverse. And then keep the knees tucked in super close to the body. Tighten the belly as you press through the back of your ribs. Let's bring our nose up towards our knees. And release back down. Try again, tightening the belly, round up nose toward knees. and release down. Now let's just wiggle our toes. Scrunch them really tight, spread them open, scrunch tight, spread open, scrunch tight, spread open, and then just let your feet relax. And let's rest our feet on the mat. Keeping the knees bent, toes in, heels out, feet about hips distance apart, and enough space between your heels and your buttocks. Then when we start to bridge up, slowly leaving the mat one vertebra at a time. We're feeling all that work in the hamstrings and the gluteals, no weight in the neck. Exhale, let's slowly imprint back into the mat, one vertebra at a time. Trying that again, tightening the belly, slowly peeling up. Pressing those hips nice and high, holding onto our bridge. And then easing back down, one segment at a time. We'll try that once more, tightening the belly, slowly peeling off the mat. Pressing those hips up nice and high. And then exhale as we slowly melt back down, one segment at a time. Once we've made it all the way back into the mat, we'll bring the knees in close once again. Let's do a few more rocks from side to side. Come back to neutral. And now as we exhale, we're going to roll the body up. And now it's going to bring us into an easy cross-leg position. Feel your sit bones on the mat. Let's open palms to the sky. Feel your shoulders fall from your ears. Close your eyes and breathe. We're going to let our chin drop to our chest and breathe into the back of our neck. Let's lift the head tip back to open the throat. Again, drawing your chin into your chest. Lifting your head tip back and open your throat. And then come back to neutral. We're going to turn our eyes to look over that right shoulder. Come back to neutral and turn to look left. And then return to that neutral place. And once again, let the chin fall to your chest. From there, let's press palms together at heart center. Then we're going to inhale, open the arms and open the heart. Exhale, scoop the belly and round the spine, backs of the hands close. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Once more, inhale, open. And exhale, round. Let your fingertips float down as you round the shoulders. Let the head drop. And then one vertebra at a time will slowly come up. Returning to that tall seated position. Now let's tip that right ear to the right shoulder. Place your right fingers just above the left ear. And then push that left palm to the floor. Inhale, right arm high to the sky and simply gaze up at your hand. Let's side stretch to our left. Come back up and let that arm float down. Now let's tip the left ear to the left shoulder. Place your left hand just above the tip of your right ear. Breathing up the right arm and along the side of the neck. And then we'll extend the left arm high to the sky, gazing at the hand. Side stretch to the right. And then we'll lift up. And let's let that arm float down. Start to roll the shoulders from back to front. And then we'll increase our circles till we have some nice large arm circles. And then just stretch the arms high to the sky, reaching a little farther with the left and a little farther with the right. And then letting the hands come back to heart center. Let's take one more inhale in our seated position. On the exhale, let's transition onto hands and knees. So whatever way works for you to get to those hands and knees. And then once there, we've got shoulders over hands, hips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Press down through the tops of the feet. Feel a long stretch from your tailbone to the top of your head. And press down into your hands, wide spread fingers, hands turned in slightly, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. From there, we sink the navel, we lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. Exhale, scoop in and round out for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then make your way back to that neutral spine. Let's extend through the heel of your right foot. Now reach the left arm forward and turn that left palm towards the sky. Exhale back down and we'll switch, sending the left leg behind, pushing out through the left heel, reaching right arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, lower, let's switch again, extend and reach. Exhale, lower, switch once more, extend and reach. And then let's return to all fours. Separate the knees, keep the big toes closed, but push back with your tailbone. Think about dropping your chest through your knees, forehead to the mat. Fingers extending out to the end of your mat. Feel the stretch going down your sides. Flip the palms back over, foundational hands. Let's tuck our toes and build downward facing dog. Feel your head dangle freely through your arms. Feel your rib cage pulling closer to your thighs and the back of your shoulder blades reaching towards your gluteals. Nodding in the head, yes. Shaking your head, no. And then just letting your head release. Let's walk our dog a few times, lift and lower each heel individually. And then let's raise up our heels and press them back down. Raise the heels again and press down. From there, let's inhale into a good strong plank. And then exhale back up into down dog. Again, inhaling to plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank again. Modify to the knees. Exhale, lowering elbows open, chest down, then the hips touch. Tuck the elbows in. Cross through the hip bones and the tops of the feet. Lengthen the spine. Rise for cobra. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, going back down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Now press back into extended child's pose. Again, reaching back through the tailbone, extending out through our fingertips. Come back to foundational hands, tuck the toes. We're back up into downward facing dog. Walking that dog a few more times. Raising up both heels, pressing them down. Now let's inhale again into plank. You can modify if you'd like, or exhale, lower in one piece. Always chest before hips, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. Downward facing dog. Try again, inhaling to our plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's return to all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. Exhale, round cat. And then come back to neutral. Let's re-extend through the heel of that right foot. And then we'll step the right foot forward between our hands. We want our knee to remain over the ankle. And then from there, start lifting up our body, reaching to the sky. Press through the top of your left foot, creating crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to our mat. Tuck the left toes under so we can lift our left knee. That brings us into runner's lunge. Nice long stretch from the top of our head out through that left heel. See if you can add some arms for airplane lunge. And then let your hands release to the mat. Step back with your right foot into your plank. Exhale as we're lowering. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, come back up into down dog. Let's come back down onto all fours. Again, sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round out, cat. And then let's return to neutral. Extend through the heel of your left foot, bring you into that balance. And then we'll step our left foot forward, placing it between the hands. Let's make sure knee remains over ankle. Press down through the top of your right foot and then reach to the sky for crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to our mat. Tucking those right toes under, lift the right knee for lunge. And then see if you can add your arms for airplane lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Send that left foot back into plank. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale again, downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and walk our dog a few more times. And then press both heels down. We'll step right foot forward, then left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Let's inhale, roll up, reach and touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Then exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, rising for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rising for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Now let your arms extend long at your side, urging your fingertips down, opening the heart, standing in our mountain pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Stepping right foot back into lunge. So once we've got our lunge, push that right heel down, turn the right toes out. Let's align our left heel with the back of our right heel, lift up our body. We're going to point our hip bones forward. Make sure shoulders are squared out over the shoulders or over the hips. Now add the arms to the sky for warrior one. Now try lifting onto the ball of your right foot. So we're in our lunge. And then exhale, let's fold forward, hands to the mat. Send the left foot back into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Now step back with that left foot into your lunge. Push the left heel down, turn the left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel. Start lifting upper body. Add your arms, creating warrior one. Now try raising that left heel. So we're in our high lunge. And then exhale, fold forward. Step the right foot back. There's our plank. Exhale, down we go. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Cradling elbows and palms of hands. Let your head dangle within that frame. Feel your upper body resting against your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need to, allowing your upper body to go very limp. From there, let's release our fingertips to the mat. And let's extend through the heel of our right foot. So we're going to lift that leg about hip level. Hands form a tripod with your left foot. There's tripod balance. Remaining like that, or aligning left thumb with left pinky toe. Start rolling the right hip open and adding that right arm towards the sky for half moon balance. Let's exhale, right hand down if it is lifted. Take a giant step back with your right foot, bending your left knee, bringing you back into lunge. Now we're ready to walk ourselves around to form a wide straddle. So we're going to face the wide edge of our mat. Toes in, heels out, hands directly under shoulders. Big inhale to look out. And then exhale, think about melting. Letting the elbows bend and the forearms drop. We're going to press down into the palms so we can push our arms straight. And then we're going to raise our heels. So we're onto the big toe knuckle. Press the heels all the way down and let's lift up the toes so we're spreading them open nice and wide. Press each and every toe down and go back to raising your heel. Pushing the heels down and raising the toes, spreading them open nice and wide. And then pressing every toe back down. Let's take that left hand, walk it over towards your right big toe. Now inhale, right arm open to the side, and then exhale, revolve at the waist. There's our twisting straddle. Let's exhale the right hand back down. Bring the left hand back into place. And let's inhale into our flat back looking out. And then we'll exhale one arm at a time, opening for airplane straddle. Feeling those abdominals doing the work to lift us to an upright position. Positioning our feet so our toes are in, heels are out, feet a little wider than hips. And then opening your palms to the sky. 5-pointed star. Let's inhale to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brushing the earth. Inhale back up for our sunflower. Exhale, bending, folding. Inhale, reaching. Again, exhale, bending and folding. And inhale, reaching. Let the arms return to 5-pointed star. Now let the left arm lower towards your left hip. It's going to make a full circle all the way up and back out into our star. Now the right arm is going to lower down and make that big circle and come back into our star. And now both arms lower down, make that full circle into star. Once more, lowering down, making that full circle, returning to our star. Turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. This time you're going to align your left heel with your right arch and then bend that left knee. Bring that left knee out over your ankle. Look past your left hand. Keep your body weight centered and your upper body tall. Now extend through that left hand. Now lift the left as you lower your right, turning to the sky for reverse warrior. Exhale, bring that left forearm to left thigh. Stretch the right arm high to the sky. There's our modified extended angle pose. Lowering the right arm towards your hip, let it circle around, and we'll pull ourselves back up into warrior two. And then we're going to pull that left leg straighter and straighter to our start position. And now we're ready to build triangle. Start pulling your right hip right and stretching that left arm as far away from your right hip as you can. Once we can't go any further in either direction, send the left hand down and the right arm high. Imagine that you're trying to keep your body pressed against the wall. Rolling that right shoulder a little bit back, pressing that right hip a little bit forward. Relaxing the shoulder and the neck. Take one more inhale in our triangle. On the exhale, start to rebend the left knee. And again, you can place your forearm on your thigh, or you could reach your hand to the mat and extended angle once again. Now as we exhale, let's revolve upper body. Bring yourself back into lunge. And let's press down into that right hand. Inhale, left arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at the waist. There's twisting lunge. Exhale the left hand down. Let's step the left foot back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. You can hang out right there or insert a push-up. And then come back up into downward facing dog. Let's extend through the heel of the right foot and start reaching that leg higher and higher to the sky for three-legged dog. And then we'll take that right foot, step it between the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. Once there, let's step the left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Bend your knees like you're going to sit your butt down in a tiny chair. Pull the knees closer and closer as you lift your ribs. Add your arms alongside your ears for chair pose. Now let's inhale and rise from the chair. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, rise again. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Cradling our elbows, once again forming that frame, letting your head drop within the frame, and feeling your rib cage resting on your thighs. Let your fingertips return to the mat. Now extend through the heel of your left foot. Position your hands to form a tripod with that right foot. There's tripod balance. Remain like that, or align your right thumb with your right pinky toe. Roll your left hip open. Add that left arm to the sky. Half moon balance. Let's exhale, left hand down if it is lifted. Giant step back with our left foot, bringing us into lunge. Allowing us to make ourselves move into wide straddle stand, toes in, heels out. We're facing the other wide edge of our mat, hand directly beneath the shoulders. Let's inhale, look out, and exhale, melting down. Again, we're just letting the upper body go limp. Press down through the palms, push the arms straight. Let's raise the heels. Press the heels down and let's raise the toes, spreading them nice and wide. Pressing our toes down, again raising those heels. Pressing the heels down, raising our toes, spreading them nice and wide. And then press every single toe down into the mat. Now let's take the right hand, reach across towards your left big toe. Inhale the left arm to the side. Exhale, let's revolve at the waist. And there's our twisting straddle. Let's exhale the hand back down. Reposition the right hand. And then we'll inhale, look out with our flat back. Exhale, arms widen for airplane. And then let's inhale our way to standing. Palms open to the sky, feet a little wider than hips. Toes in, heels out. 5-pointed star. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale back up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale left. Exhale, bend the knees, folding forward. And inhale left. And then let the arms open. And we're back into 5-pointed star. So we're going to lower the left arm towards the left hip. Allow it to make a full circle up and back into star. Same with the right. Lowering it down, coming all the way up and open to star. And then both arms come down and around and up and open. And once more, down and around, up and open. Now we're going to turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch. When ready, bend the right knee. Find your balance in between both feet. Think about the top of your head being drawn towards the sky. Now let's reach a little further out with the right. We'll lift the right, lower the left. Turn right palm to the sky. Reverse warrior. Now as we exhale, we're going to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm reaching high. It's our modified extended angle pose. Start to lower the left arm towards the hip. It makes that full circle. And that pulls us right back up into warrior two. Good. Now start to pull the right leg straight without locking. And then start pulling that left hip left and stretching that right arm as far away from the left hip as you can. And then let's lower the right and lift the left, and that becomes triangle. We can feel our body pressing against the imaginary wall, which means we're going to press the left hip a little bit forward and feel the left shoulder pulling slightly back. Relax any tension you're feeling in your neck or your shoulders. And just breathe into all that nice open space. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's start bending the right knee. And we can either place our forearm on our thigh or reach that right hand to the mat, taking us into that extended angle pose once again. Exhale, let's begin to revolve upper body. Return to the ball of your left foot. So then we're back in lunge. And let's inhale, right arm open to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist. Twisting lunge. Exhale, bring the right hand back down. Send that right foot back into plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. You can hang out there or insert a push-up. And then we're back up into downward facing dog. Let's extend through the heel of the left foot, reaching it towards the sky for three-legged dog. And then we'll step the left foot between the hands, bringing us back into lunge. Right foot steps forward as well, toes close, heels apart. Bending our knees, we're going to sink those hips. So think about pulling your knees closer together, lifting ribs from thighs, adding arms along ears. There's our chair pose. Inhale, rise from the chair. Exhale, hands come to the heart. And then let your arms hang long at your sides for mountain pose. So for mountain pose, let's move into our standing balance, finding a focal point for the eyes, holding the navel tight against the spine. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Now when you're ready, let's place our left heel on our right ankle bone and let your hands come together at your heart. And then try lifting your left foot. And then if you wish, grow the branches of your tree. Let's open the branches first. And let them lower down. And then from there, we'll step the left foot back down. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, let your hands come together behind your back. Roll the shoulder blades together as you're pulling down with your knuckles. Open your throat, open your heart. Inhale, neutral spine, and exhale, begin to fold forward. Pulling your ribs close to your thighs, letting your head drop last, and lifting those arms higher and higher. Exhale, let your fingers release to the mat. And then slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. Reaching high to the sky. Exhaling to our heart. And then return to standing mountain pose. So now we're ready for same thing, other side. Shifting our weight into our left foot, keeping that belly button tight. Placing right heel against that left ankle bone. Hands together at your heart. When ready, lifting our toes. Growing the branches of our tree if we'd like. Opening our branches wide. And letting our branches lower. Returning that right foot down. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, open just the arms. Once again, they hook together behind us. Rolling the shoulder blades, pulling down with the knuckles, opening the throat, opening the heart. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Lead with your ribs. Drop the head, let the arms rise. Breathe. Exhale, hands release to the mat. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back, hold your plank. Position right shoulder over right wrist. Let's open for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. Try stretching the left arm across your left ear. Lifting the arm back up. Exhale back around into your plank. Now try lifting your right foot not too high. Press back up into three-legged dog. Come forward again into one-legged plank. Holding it there or inserting a push-up. Set the right toes down. And now let's position left shoulder over left wrist. And we'll open for side plank. Again, modifying to the side of your knee if you'd like. Stretch the right arm alongside your right ear. Let's lift it back up. Come back around into our plank. Lifting our left foot not too high and then pressing back into three-legged dog. Come forward again into one-legged plank. You can stay right there or insert a push-up. And then set those left toes down. Now let's press back into downward facing dog. And we'll walk our dog. And then press our heels down. And then let's move back into our plank. From there, we're going to slowly lower down to the count of 8. So we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Once we're down, let's turn our head to one side. Let your arms rest at your sides with your palms facing the sky. And then let's bring the hands so they're under the shoulders. Tuck the elbows in, press down through the tops of your feet. Press down through your hip bones. Now pull out through the top of your head and start to rise away from the mat. Now let's push all the way back and return to extended child's pose. You're going to thread that left arm through the right armpit. Let your shoulders sink down. Let's bring that arm out and we'll switch. And then again, bring that arm out and press all the way back. Come back into foundational hands and scoop the belly in, rounding up for cat. Sinking our navel, lifting our tailbone, opening our heart cow. And then we're back to neutral. Extending through the heel of our right foot. Add the left arm forward, turning palm to the sky. And then try lifting that left foot so it's not helping you balance. We'll bring the left hand and foot back down, and then let's step the right foot forward. This time, let's keep our hands to the inside of the right foot and start to pull the top of our left thigh towards the mat, inching our forearms closer to the mat, and making sure that the right knee doesn't push out past our toes. And then we'll walk our hands back in. Now try curling your left toes under so you can lift up the left knee. That brings us into lunge. And then we'll step right foot back into plank. And press up into down dog. Then let's come back down onto all fours. And let's extend through the heel of our left foot this time. Reach the right arm forward, palm to the sky. And try lifting the right foot so it's not helping us to balance. And then bring the right hand and foot back down. We'll step left foot forward, keeping it to the outside of both hands. And then from there, pulling the top of our right thigh towards the mat as we ease ourselves a little deeper down. Working to keep our left knee from poking out past our toes. Breathing into that Back of left thigh in front of right thigh. And then from there, let's walk the hands back in. And we're going to curl our right toes under, lifting the knees so we end up in lunge. And then let's step our left foot back, returning us to our plank. We're back up into downward facing dog. Walking the dog a few more times. Pressing both heels down, down, down. And then returning to all fours. Separating the knees, touching the big toes, and once again pushing back into extended child's pose. And then let's bring the arms down alongside the body, rolling our shoulders towards the mat. Place the hands under the shoulders so we can gently press away from the mat. And then let's come around and have a seat. Let's start with our butterfly. Soles of the feet come close together. Let your feet rest in your hands. Pull your heels in closer to your body. And think about keeping your back nice and tall and straight. Breathe into inner thighs and outer hips. As we exhale, let's relax a little bit and then try stretching our legs out wider. Once there, proceed to walk your hands forward, pushing back through your tailbone. Think about pulling your belly button towards your mat. Forget about getting your head down, but think about that belly button. And then let's bring ourselves back up. Slide your left hand down towards your left ankle. Send the right hand high. Side bend over with that right palm pointing to the sky. Inhale, come back up. Once we're up, we're going to completely rotate so we're facing that left leg, hands on either side. Now start to pull forward. Again, think about belly button to thigh, letting the rest of the body follow. Let's inhale back up. Come back to center. And once again, pulling forward, pushing back through the tailbone. Seeing if you can find a tiny bit more. And then slowly coming back up. Once you've made it upright, start reaching towards the right ankle, sending our left hand high, and then side bend to the right. Let's inhale, lift. Let that arm come down, and then rotate to face that leg, hands on either side. Begin to fold forward, belly button leading the way. And then let's inhale back up. And then once you've made it up, we'll bring both legs together. Let's start by hands on either side of our hips, pushing down into the palms, pushing out through the bottoms of our feet, feeling the top of our head, pulling towards the sky. And then relax a little bit and let your fingers start to walk forward, pushing back through the tailbone, belly button leading the way as we fold in half. And then let's inhale back up. Once we're up, let's keep the left leg straight and bend the right knee, bringing that foot in closer to the body. Want to feel our sit bones remain on the mat. And then let's reach that left hand across and try to get, or our right hand across, try to get our left toe. Now take the right arm, see if you can pass it around the bent right knee. We're going to bring the left arm around from the other side. We're going to see if we can get our hands to touch. You could use a strap or a towel, or just get them as close as you can. And then from there, we're going to inhale, sit up taller, and turn to look over our left shoulder. As we exhale, let's untwist. And then we'll place our right ankle on our left thigh. So now our legs look like the number 4. And just use that right hand to push gently on the inner thigh. So I want you to feel that opening taking place in your hip. And as we exhale, let's release and stretch both legs out once again. Hands on either side of our hips, pressing down through the palms, pushing out through the bottoms of our feet, sitting really, really tall. And then exhale, soften, and let's start to fold forward again, drawing that belly button down towards your thighs. And then we'll slowly rise back up. Now let's keep the right leg straight and bend the left knee. Bringing that foot in close, feeling our sit bones on the mat. Reaching our left hand across towards our right big toe. And then let's take that left arm, start to wrap it around the bent left knee. See if you can bring your right arm around from the other side, getting them together or close. And then inhale, sit up taller and straighter. And exhale, look out over that right shoulder. As we exhale, let's untwist. And then let's place our left ankle on our right thigh, creating that number 4. Using our left hand to push gently on that inner left thigh, breathing into our hip. As we exhale, let's release, and we'll stretch those legs out straight. Now we're ready to bend both of our knees and place our hands behind our thighs. Think about keeping your back super straight, shoulders dropped open. Find your balance on your tailbone by holding that belly button in super tight. And then little by little, we'll start extending our legs. Go where we can without letting the back round out. Once you found your balance spot, see if you can add your arms. And then slowly begin to open, one segment at a time, pressing us into the mat. Once we're down there, stretch out through all of your fingers and all of your toes. And then feel your entire body go soft. We'll lift the arms back up and return them to your sides. Once there, let's rebend the knees, feet on the mat. Toes in, heels out, feet about hips distance apart. We're slowly peeling off the mat, once again entering our bridge, keeping the weight out of our neck. And then pull the left knee into your chest and stretch that leg towards the sky. Make sure that you keep holding those hips higher and higher. And then slowly start to melt the spine back into the mat. Once the spine is made it all the way down, let's cross the left leg over the right. Let the arms open wide to the side, and then we're going to drop our knees to the right as we look to our left. Let's come back to neutral center. And then bring the knees closer to your body and use your hands to grab hold of your ankles and try to really pull them in a little closer. And then let's bring our nose up towards our knees. Exhale as we release back down. Let's set the feet down, return to toes and heels out, feet about hips distance apart, arms at our sides, and we're ready to pull back up into our bridge. Again, keeping the weight out of the neck, feeling all that activation in the buttocks and the hamstrings. And right knee pulls in, we'll stretch it right up to the sky. Keep lifting those hips and breathing while we hold. And then from there, slowly begin to sink the spine back to the mat. Crossing that right leg over the left, open the arms nice and wide, and now drop your knees to the left as we look to our right. Let's come back to our neutral place. And then we're going to lift those feet up. Use your hands to grab hold of your ankles, bringing everything in closer to your body. And then tighten the belly as you bring your nose up towards your knees. And release the upper body back down. Let's uncross the legs, feet return to the mat. And then from there, let your knees drop open and the soles of your feet rest together. Use your hands to press gently on those inner thighs. Again, breathing into inner thighs and outer hips. So we want to really feel some resistance taking place. And then from there, we'll bring the knees back together. And let's pull the left knee in close to the body. We'll stretch our right leg all the way out onto the mat. And let's extend the left leg towards the sky. Walk your hands up as close to your ankle as you can. And just think about pulling your toes over your heads. We're, again, feeling a good stretch in the hamstring of the left leg. Put your hand on that right thigh and press down to make sure you're not lifting that leg. And then let's rebend the left knee. Pull the right knee in and stretch the left leg out onto the mat. We'll extend the right leg towards the sky. Walk your hands up as close to your ankle as you can. Think about pulling toes over your head. Push down on your left thigh with your left hand. Good, and then just rebend that right knee. We'll send the leg all the way out onto the mat. And then just let your arms rest at your sides with your palms facing open to the sky. Close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply in through your nose, out through the nose, slowing your breath down. Let everything release. So guide your breath around any spots in the body that remain tense or tight. Let it linger in those areas. Guide it to any areas that give you some kind of issue, chronic issue perhaps, a shoulder, crick in the neck, a knee. Just spend some time in that area, breathing. And as you're breathing away those tight spots in the body, feel yourself getting lighter as if you're floating just above the surface of your mat. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, and a hopeful heart. Sending random acts of kindness out into the world. Remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. So I thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that you feel renewed and ready for the day. And I'll be back Sunday night to let you know what's taking place on Monday. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay kind. I'll see you soon.